You're gonna be a big sister. Having a baby. Thank you, Jesus. What a blessing and what a gift to be carrying this sweet life. It has been a couple of months now and I still have to pinch myself that it's real. I've started to feel the baby move just a bit and it's just been the most surreal and special feeling in the entire world. I wanted to sit down and give a proper update on everything, our fertility treatments, my first trimester recap, and I am going to be sharing a video of the baby's gender reveal at the end. I can't wait for you guys to know because I am just over the moon. And then obviously videos from here will all be having bits and pieces of pregnancy content until the baby is born, which I'm so excited about. To my friends who are currently walking through infertility or who are in a season of waiting, know that my heart is with you and I am praying for miracles upon miracles in your life as well. I don't even know where to begin. I guess let's go back to where we left off at the end of the last video. So after much prayer, I felt led to share our fertility journey up until that point, knowing we were about to head into a season of treatments. Obviously, had no idea the blessings that the Lord had in store. It is not lost on me either what power there is in prayer because of the fruits that we saw after sharing our story and having so many of you guys share that you were praying alongside of us in our journey. The video went live on Friday and we actually started our treatments the next day on Saturday. We did a medicated cycle, so I took a round of Clomid and then we did an IUI. And if you're not familiar with it, that is intrauterine insemination. I had such a peace going into our fertility treatments that I had just not experienced at any other point in our journey. I was really worried that the actual IUI was going to feel super medical, and that wasn't the case at all. We were able to listen to worship music and I was emotional for much of the whole process just because I felt such a presence of the Holy Spirit, and I'm just so grateful for how near he felt throughout all of that. So we had our IUI procedure and then we were told to take a pregnancy test 2 weeks after that, unless of course I started a new cycle. So we actually went on a trip with my family a week post IUI, and that whole week I was honestly a little crampy. I was feeling a bit PMSy and I was just waiting on my next cycle to start. I felt very at peace about it either way. I just did not feel pregnant. I know that some people say that they felt pregnant before they tested, and that just wasn't the case for me. I think now that I have been pregnant, I know that I was, but I just didn't notice anything out of the ordinary at the time. My one big symptom before testing was that I was really tired. I took a nap the day we got home from the beach. I napped basically that whole day, which all I'd done at the beach was like relax and play in the water. So didn't really need a nap. And I was 15 days post IUI at that point, and I still did not want to test because after 2 years of negatives, I was holding on to any hope that that could be a positive, and I was honestly just living for the hope of it all. I did not want to take a test and it say no, but I knew that the next morning that I really did need to take a test, so we would know either way what to expect. And before I went to bed that night, I prayed, Lord, if this is meant to be, if we are pregnant, would you let us know so that we don't get our hearts broken in the morning, but recognizing that you are good either way. So we woke up in the next morning, and Wesley actually shared that he had had a dream where we took a test and it was positive, and I did not share with him about my prayer the night before. So I just knew in that moment, I had such a sense of peace that we were about to find out we were pregnant. And sure enough, on a quiet Monday morning in June, we got the most joyous news of our lives thus far. We honestly wasted no time in telling most of our friends and family because they had been walking so closely with us through our journey and then our treatments and had been praying alongside us. So it was such a sweet season of those closest to us knowing about this little one and just celebrating everything. Our first doctor's appointment, getting to see the baby on the ultrasound for the first time and their little heart just beating. So many treasured moments that I just prayed for and longed for. And even though now I'm well into my second trimester, I did want to give just a little brief recap over my first trimester because I loved watching these whenever I was trying to get pregnant and then newly pregnant as well. So my symptoms, my earliest symptom was definitely exhaustion. I was so tired. I did have some nausea, but it was mostly just triggered by different things I would eat. I noticed it mostly came in the evenings, and if I had any type of coffee that didn't really sit right, I would get a headache if I didn't eat frequently enough. But around 7 weeks, that is when the nausea and the vomiting definitely kicked in. But when you've walked through infertility, you soak in every single symptom as just reassurance that your baby is growing because your body is producing that abundance of hormones that causes the morning sickness, or in my case, the evening and night sickness. I kind of disappeared for the internet for most of the summer just because I did not feel good at all. But again, was just so grateful to not be feeling good that it didn't even matter. I'm gonna be so honest with you, nausea and vomiting was my main symptom. I experienced around ligament pains from a very early point in my pregnancy, just kind of that pulling sensation anytime you stand up quickly or sneeze. But when it comes to symptoms, nausea and vomiting was my main one. I didn't have too many cravings early on. It was mostly aversions, coffee being one of my biggest ones. The smell, if I think about it too hard, I will feel ill again. Thankfully, that has started to go away and I've been able to have a couple of decaf lattes, but the smell of coffee beans, fresh coffee that I used to love, I truly could not stand. Really couldn't go into coffee shops for a couple of weeks there just because it was so strong. I feel like my sense of smell has been really strong since about 10 weeks. My dreams have also been super vivid, literally my entire pregnancy. And I don't know if you would count this as a symptom, but my sweet Luna girl went from sleeping at the foot of our bed every single night to at some point in the night, she migrates up and sleeps right next to my torso, close to the baby. And I just think that is the sweetest thing in the whole world. She's already the best big sister. Water tasted weird for a long time. It's actually started to taste refreshing again. Most things have. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, nothing really tasted good in the first trimester. I definitely feel like the emotions have come in the second trimester, so that's more for the second trimester recap. I've been very weepy pretty much since the trimesters turned over. Life feels so much more tender and whimsical and soft, and I just feel so incredibly blessed to be in this position, to be a mama to be, and to be preparing to bring life into this world. It just all feels like such a gift, and all glory goes to the Lord because it's just such a miracle. Some things I am looking forward to in the next season, finishing out our second trimester, is just getting all things ready for the baby. We are getting close to the halfway point, which is kind of crazy. We're about to start on nursery things a little bit later this month. We're working on a registry and just all things baby. So we've been deep into research, which I just can't tell you how special every little thing feels. At the end of our first trimester, we had a gender reveal with our family and friends, and I'll insert a clip of that now. 2, 1. Our son, I just cannot believe we're having a little boy. I just get giddy every time I think about it. I cannot wait to be a boy mom. It is just gonna be the most magical thing in the entire world. I can't wait. Yes, this is our son. We also have his name picked out, which I'm not sharing yet, but being able to call him by his name these last couple of days has just been so surreal. I also have to share with y'all my absolute favorite picture we got. I love seeing his profile because it's actually perfect, but you guys, whenever we were in there, he literally was doing our ultrasound, and there's his perfect little foot. Wesley and I love to look at that photo and we're like, that's the foot that's gonna be kicking us so soon. We actually get to see him again very soon, and I just can't wait. I can't wait. I've definitely heard people talk about there's instinct when it comes to gender, and I will say my gut was definitely saying boy from the first time we saw him on an ultrasound when he was just the weest little thing. I just knew that was my son up there and in here, and it's just so fun whenever that ends up being the case. Obviously, we just were praying for a healthy baby either way. Neither of us truly had a preference on the baby's gender, but it was such a sweet moment being surrounded by our community, those who'd been praying with us and walking alongside of us, finding out what he was going to be. Those are our updates on sweet little baby Smith. I'm so excited to walk into autumn carrying him, and it's just, again, makes you see the world through such a different lens, and it's making me so excited for him to be here next fall. Ooh, I can't even get over it. But I just want to thank you all so much for coming with me, my sweet family, on this journey, and for all of your prayers leading up to this point. We could not feel more blessed about this sweet little one. It just truly feels like such a gift from the Lord, and I know there are countless scriptures that I could quote, but one of the ones that I have been carrying, and I carried this passage through a lot of our infertility journey, and that's in 1 Samuel. It's for Samuel 1:27. For this child I have prayed, for this sweet baby boy we have prayed and longed and hoped for, and I just am so excited for all of the sweet joys ahead with him. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you in another vlog very soon. Love you, mean it.